Hello, ladies and gents, and welcome to week 4 of our English 235 class. We've made it a month in. Congratulations. You guys are obviously rocking it. So good job there. This week we are working on documenting sources, particularly in APA format, because all standardized styles have their own weird things that they like. You probably learned a lot about MLA format in your English 101 classes. MLA is really typical of like the humanities, particularly composition classes, literature classes, rhetoric classes, that kind of stuff. But there are other standard styles of writing. APA is probably the most common and the most popular of those styles. You see it a lot in the sciences, particularly, but you'll also see it in a wide array of fields as well, much wider than MLA format. And certainly much, much more popular than the semi-obscure Chicago style that almost only history classes make you learn. So APA format is what we're going to be focusing on this class. And we will be working on a worksheet this week that showcases your ability to document sources properly in this APA style. So we've got a couple things you're going to be working with. The first of which is an article called Leadership and the Fear Factor. You're going to be downloading that PDF and reading through that article. That article is the source material that we're going to be pulling all of these examples in the worksheet from. So familiarize yourself with that. And then you're going to work through a couple different problems in our worksheet here. And I've got a Word doc version of the assignment, so I would highly recommend downloading that and then just filling out your information from there. This makes sure that you aren't going to miss anything. So the first section is recognizing plagiarism. There's an original excerpt that's from the source material, and then you'll see an example of student work. There is an error in every single one of the student works. So you are going to tell me what the error is, and then you are going to fix it. So freebie for those of you who are watching this. And for my sense of organization, I like to change the color so it's easy to see. Highly recommend you do it, but not required. So I would say in this quote, we can look at the original excerpt, which says, managing performance through a divide and conquer strategy will set at odds the very people who must coordinate with each other. The student work says, according to Jody Hoffer-Gattel, managing performance through a divide and conquer strategy will set at odds the very people who must coordinate with each other. And you're like, wait, that sounds familiar. So you back up here and you're like, oh, they copied exactly what the words were. That's plagiarism, unless you put it in quotation marks. So we would say this is an example of plagiarism. The student did not use quotation marks appropriately with the source material. And then I'd go ahead and fix it. And I would say, according to Jody Hoffer-Gattel, because we do need to have a stem for each of these quotes. And the date of the publication is appropriate here. And then because the quote begins here, we would say managing performance through a divide It's so much harder to type when you're trying to think about talking at the same time, which is funny. With each other. Then you go ahead and close off those parentheses. Because it is a direct quote, we also need to include the page number, which we've been given in our original source material up here. So we go ahead and put the page number here. All punctuation always goes outside of the in-text citation, so you'll find the period outside of the citation parentheses after the page number. And this is how you would correct the error. So this will be the description. And then fixed sentence, for example, or something like that. So this will help you fill out the worksheet. You want to make sure you're giving a description of error, and then you're also fixing the error for each of these student works. And there will be 3 student works that you'll be working with there. Then you're going to be moving into quotations. The first one is to write a 1-sentence Use of quotation, properly cited in APA style. The second one is you're going to write a sentence. It's going to be mostly your words, but just a little quote fragment that supports the words that you're saying. So your words should make up the bulk of the sentence. You're just going to use a little mini quote to support what you're saying and include a citation. Then you're going to get to practice paraphrase, and you're going to get to practice summary. Paraphrase and summary do a lot of the same things. We're basically taking somebody's ideas and putting them into our own words with both paraphrase and summary. The difference here is that a paraphrase is about the same length as the original. A summary is much shorter than the original. So if you're paraphrasing 2 sentences, you take 2 sentences from the original source material, your paraphrase will be about 2 sentences long. For the summary, you're going to take 4 sentences from the original source material, and your summary should be 1 sentence long. So it's much shorter than the original, still using that APA style. And that's what you're going to be completing this week. Easy as pie, right? So if you guys have any questions about this assignment, please reach out. There's lots of APA format resources in the modules tab as well as in the assignment instructions themselves. So make sure to take advantage of those resources as well. And reach out with any questions. Have a great week, guys.